What up, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. Back with another video. Listen, real quick, man. I just want to talk about some positives and some negatives that can impact your pay as a food service delivery driver. And let me just go ahead and start with some of the negatives. And these things will impact your pay regardless of whether or not you're an hourly paid driver or you're getting paid component pay. And I'll explain that in a minute. So the first thing I would say is seasonality. So in food service, you have certain times of the year, in most cases, where volume decreases. So if you're getting paid component pay, depending on the route that you have, we'll take a school route, for example. If your route consists of a lot of schools, schools are typically out in the summer months with the exception of summer school. But you're not going to have the volume when school is out that you would if school was in. So you're going to lose some money in those particular situations. Another negative would be, and this is a pretty big one, losing accounts or customers. That can definitely have a negative impact on your pay. So let's just say, for example, you have a customer. Let's just say you have two customers. These are chain customers, a chain restaurant. Let's just say on average you put in 100 cases per delivery and you deliver to this customer twice a week, right? So if you have a customer, you're delivering 100 cases per delivery. If you have two of those same customers, that's 400 cases a week that you would be losing if you were to lose that customer. Now, if you get paid component pay, that's going to hurt you because you get a pay rate based on the amount of cases you have going in. That's one of your metrics in which you get paid when it comes to component. It also will impact your pay if you're getting paid hourly, because based on how long it takes you to service those customers, you're not going to have that time anymore. So you're going to lose that time. So let's just say it takes you an hour to run 150 cases. Okay? An hour per delivery. So if you have two different customers that you run in twice a week, that's 4 hours. So that's 4 hours that you're going to be losing a week on those customers if you don't have them anymore. So that's going to have a negative impact on your pay. Now, if you're getting paid hourly, I will say this. If that happens to be the situation, you know there's going to be some drivers that's going to all of a sudden drag their feet a little bit. But don't get it twisted. You know, you want to be careful doing that type of stuff. These supervisors and managers aren't, crazy. They know how long it takes you to service customers. So, you can't just be dragging your feet and taking 2 hours to do a customer that typically takes you, 45 minutes or an hour. If you taking 2.5, 3 hours to do a stop that normally takes you an hour, that's going to cause a red flag, in my opinion. Again, supervisors and managers, they aren't naive. They know how long it takes to work certain stops. So, at some point, if you're doing that, it's going to catch up with you. So I would say those are two of the main things that can have a negative impact on your pay. Now let's talk about some of the things that can have a positive impact on your pay, meaning it can increase your pay. The same thing I mentioned for the negative, seasonality. Depending on your route, where you live, different times of the year, you may have customers ordering more product. For example, if you have a route that's a beach route, people like to vacation. If you're in one of those, hot areas in the spring, summer, that can increase your pay, right? Spring break is definitely like that in Florida, different parts of Florida. A lot of people like to come down south and enjoy the beaches and the weather and stuff like that. So, a lot of those customers in those areas tend to order more product. So that can have a positive impact on your pay. Also, adding new customers to your route. We talked about a negative being losing customers. A positive could be picking up new customers or new business. So when that happens, your pay will most likely go up. If you're getting component pay, now you're getting more cases on your route, which is what happened to me last year and this year. So that can have a positive impact on your route. If you're getting paid hourly, now it's going to take you a little bit longer because you have more stops added to your route. So that's one thing. If you're working too many hours, your supervisor may end up taking some stops off of you and giving it to somebody else. But if not, it's going to take you a little bit longer now to get your route done when you have more stops added to you. So that's going to increase your pay. It's going to have you working more hours, which, some people may like that. Some people may not. I think, a lot of people do like working the overtime or like what the pay looks like with overtime. So I guess that's subjective, but I'm just telling you guys kind of how it works in food service. So new customers added on is a positive. That's going to increase your pay. And then seasonality, I mentioned, is going to increase your pay. Something else that can increase your pay or give you the opportunity to make more money in food service is being a support driver. Now, we have certain people who supervisors reach out to that don't mind traveling. So if you're somebody who doesn't mind traveling and you don't mind, going the extra mile to help out another location when they need support for whatever reason, then typically you can make some extra money by helping out another location. So for anybody that's, getting into food service, and, you want to make some extra money, if you're somebody who doesn't mind traveling, anytime they're looking for a driver to help out at another location, go ahead and volunteer. Now, depending on, how new you are, they may not want to send you. You may have to, have a little bit of time under your belt before they send you places, but you never know, right? Some people catch on quicker than others in terms of the job. The one thing I will say about support drivers, or I really don't want to call them support drivers because, you can have an assigned route at your location and you could just go help out another location for support. So it's not necessarily support drivers. You could have your own route and just go help somebody else. But I don't know. Some companies may have designated support drivers that all they do is just go help when support is needed. I have no idea. But that's a way to make some extra money. You get per diem and they tend to pay you extra. So if that's something that you're interested in, like I said, just volunteer when you get asked or when your management team bring it up. By the way, shout out to all the people who go offer support to different locations, man. That can be a very challenging job to, go to a place that you've never been before and try to run a route. That can be tough, you know what I mean? So salute to y'all, man. Anybody who goes to different locations for support. It's it can be bad enough in a place that you're familiar with, but going to a place that you have, no idea where you're going, never been before, that can be a challenge, but a lot of people do it. Also, if you go help out another driver, let's just say you get done early from your route and there's another driver that's behind, you may have to go help another driver out. You know, you can get paid a little bit extra money for that. I know at GFS we have what's called additional service hours. So any type of additional work that you do, you get paid extra for that. So I don't know how it is anywhere else. It may be, you know, something similar. So that's another way to make a little bit of extra money, man. So I think I pretty much touched on everything, at least everything that I can think of off the top of my head. Again, drop it in the comments. Let me know if you come up with something. And yeah, that's about it, man. Look, I'll catch you guys on the next one. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. If you like this video, like the video. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. And to the next one, I'll see you next time. Peace.